Hi, I'm Diana Morris. It is for sure that in this life we're going to have trouble. But I believe that the God of the universe has overcome this world, and therefore you and I can overcome it too. For the next 15, 20 minutes or so, I'm going to share with you 5 proven keys of resilience that have helped me and my clients overcome loss, pain, financial struggles, and more. Now, I won't be able to go through every pillar, but I do want you to at least connect and get an assessment to see how you're doing with the pain, suffering, and the obstacles that you have in your life today. So go to bit.ly and it is free resilience assessment tool. I repeat, bit.ly free resilience assessment tool. And you will be able to fill that out in maybe 3 to 5 minutes and just see where you are. And I believe it'll be helpful to you. The method that I'm going to share with you, I'm going to give you an acronym to help you remember, and it's called the STAND method of resilience. And that STAND is going to represent those 5 pillars of resilience that have helped me. I'll never forget the day that I was working in my home office. I had finished a long shift as a nurse, being in nursing for over 30 years. And in the evening, working as a life coach, or what I like to say, an empowerment coach, where I empower women to go from pain to purpose, right? From a point of being stuck to being prosperous and able to fulfill their purpose. I love doing it, right? And I sat there busy, 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 working 12, 13 hours, and the phone rang. I said, hello? And it was my sister on the other end. She lived in Ohio, and she said, Diana, I just got a call from the rehabilitation center. Mama had a fall, and she is now unconscious and on the way to the emergency room. That's all I know. I'll call you when I get there. I hung up the phone, and all I could do in that moment was pray. Later, my mama died. And it was the first pillar of resilience that helped me. And that is to have a spiritual foundation. For me, it's my faith in God. For you, it could be something else. But just to know that my mom's name was written in the Lamb's Book of Life and that death didn't separate her from Christ, it gave me what I needed. As a matter of fact, Denzel Washington says that if it wasn't for his faith, he wouldn't have reached the goals he has met and has reached. As a matter of fact, Denzel said that he doesn't let the circumstances that goes on around him dictate his peace and his happiness, but it's his faith that keeps him. So write that down. Have a spiritual foundation. The second pillar is to have a transformed mind. Transform your life by renewing your mind. Did you know that there's over 50,000 thoughts that go through your mind every day? Oh my goodness. And most of them are negative. And so it's up to you to take those thoughts and align them to what's true and what's not. The second pillar that I want you to write down is to never give up on your hope. Never give up on your purpose. Because sometimes what will happen in life is that you'll get to the point that you're fulfilling everybody else's purpose, everybody else's dreams, right? And then you don't have time, put your hand up, to fulfill your own calling, your own purpose. Now, I hope I didn't dance around too much because it is kind of late where I am. So we had the first one was your spiritual foundation. And I believe I missed A for anchor, right? Anchor yourself in hope. And because hope is what's going to keep you in the storm, right? Hope is what's going to hold you when you get the kind of call that I got, right? Martin Luther King said that, hey, we're going to have some finite trouble, but we can't lose infinite hope. Okay, and so that's that. We got the hope, and we have the staying focused on our purpose. And the next one is we are to never ever be at a point that we are going to be at a point where we are not going to remain resilient, that we're not going to remain persistent, right? We want to always remain focused because you are going to have times in your life where those distractions are just going to come your way and you're going to like, oh my goodness, Calgon, take me away, right? But you have to know what you're called to do. And the last one is to be determined to persevere. When I got that call, guys, I'm going to be honest. When my mom passed away, all the years that I worked to try to be sure mama had her bedside commode, her food she wanted, I couldn't be there physically. So I blessed her with everything she needed. But when she left, my why left. So what's your why? What keeps you going? So I sat there on my bed after I got that call and my conclusion, and I wanted to just throw in the towel. Didn't matter if anybody caught it, I was just done. Started to have chest pain, and being a nurse knew that it could be my heart. I got to the point where I felt like, man, it's just too much. So I said, Diana, have you ever talked to yourself? I said, do you want to live or do you want to die? Now, mind you, it could have been gas, but I had to know within my own heart that you have the hope to live. And I thought about my mama being born in the 1930s. She was 91 when she died. She was born with one kidney. She lived as an orphan. By the time she was 10, mom and daddy was dead. She had nobody to raise her, so her sisters and brothers raised her. I remember her sharing a story how she had to run to the fields and hide from white men that came to harm the black children. And they yelled, lay down, don't get up until we call you. But mama continued her life. She buried 2 husbands and buried 3 children. She still carried the gospel. She still encouraged others. She never met a stranger. To that very moment, she fought the good fight of faith. And as I thought about my mama's story, I sat up a little bit higher. Yeah, I've been depressed. Yes, I've been down. As a matter of fact, I've been to some church meetings, y'all. How many of you been to some church meetings where healing was taking place? And I remember one evangelist saying, is anybody having back pain? Raise your hand. And people were raising their hand and get up there, ooh, the back pain gone. And he go from that. Anybody have this ailment? He was just anointed, gifted. And he got to this place. And I thought about that as I sat there on that bed about that evangelist. He said, anybody in here depressed, want to give up, want to die? Raise your hand. And I was like, ooh. He said, you come here, you die tonight. Don't worry, no more depression. He was a blessed brother from overseas. And I was trying to say, no, brother, everybody put their hand down. That was a light that came to me. I'm not ready to die. I'm sad, I'm grieving, but I must be resilient. I must fulfill my purpose. I can't give up on my calling. Mama ran her race, so I have to run mine too. So I say to you, don't give up on your purpose. I know it's been hard. I know you perhaps have gone through more than what I've gone through, but I just came by to tell you at this champion summit, you can, you will, and you must fulfill your purpose. Keep standing. How are you going to stand? You're going to stand spiritually. How are you going to stand? You're going to transform your body by renewing your mind. How are you going to stand? You're going to stand anchored in hope. Hope maketh not ashamed. How are you going to stand? You're going to never lose focus of your purpose and why you're here on the earth. And how will you stand? Determined to never give up. Determined to never throw in the towel. You can, you will, you must. Hallelujah. You must fulfill your purpose. And I know you can. Until next time, go to bit.ly and get your free resilience assessment tool. That's bit.ly/resilience assessment tool. Until next time, God bless.